Hi everyone, Jennifer Blevin-Smith with Integral Clinic Solutions, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Navigating the Business of Medicine. Today we're going to do a screen share of the CMS CLIA Registry page and the CLIA demographic page. Here is the cms.gov page, which I'm sure you are familiar with, and there are a bunch of resources for CLIA on this page. It gives you instructions on how to apply for a CLIA certificate, including international laboratories, the accreditation and testing, brochures, regulations, the IQCP, and everything else that you could need by scrolling down. It also offers the categorization of tests, which could be helpful for some of you. If you see here, we're on the laboratory demographics lookup and registry page. I got to this by just going to Google and typing in CMS CLIA lookup, and it was the first link that comes up. Right here is the demographics lookup page, which it will take you to the QCOR, and we'll go over that in just a second. However, looking below is the laboratory registration page, or registry, I should say. Once a year, CMS does announce and release physicians that kind of, quote, got in trouble by CMS that is laboratory related, so that you are aware of their penalties. You can see here that it requires that this listing include the following: a list of the laboratories that have been convicted under federal or state law relating to fraud and abuse, false billing, or kickbacks; a list of laboratories that have had their CLIA certificate suspended, limited, or revoked, and the reasons for the adverse actions; a list of persons who have been convicted of violating CLIA requirements, and it just keeps going with more information here; a list of laboratories on which alternative sanctions have been imposed, showing effective dates of the sanctions, the reason for imposing them, corrective action that's taken by the laboratory, and if the laboratory has achieved compliance, the verified date of compliance; a list of laboratories whose accreditation has been withdrawn or revoked and the reason for that; all appeals and hearing decisions; a list of laboratories against which CMS has brought suit under this section and the reasons for those actions; and a list of laboratories that have been excluded from participation in Medicare or Medicaid and the reason for exclusion. Down below, you will see 2024's registry. Obviously, we wouldn't have 2025's yet because we're still in 2025. But if you click this hyperlink, it brings you to a PDF document. It gives you an overview, and then it just jumps right into the laboratories subject to CLIA that have been convicted under federal or state laws. It says there was no data found, which is good, right? But then we have number 2, laboratories that have had their CLIA certificate suspended, limited, or revoked, and the reason. There are definitely ones listed here. You can see Samuel Walker was the director of this lab with the CLIA ID, the sanction, the effective date, the reason. See, failure to correct deficiencies, failure to submit acceptable POC or AOC, unsuccessful PT. And we can just go down. Here's the next one. Suspension and limitation lifted. So that's good. This means they achieved their compliance. Yay, good for them. So they got it on November 21st, 2024. But you can see the people that have been in trouble and the ones that are still kind of in trouble, or the ones that have fixed it. And you can go down this. It's 97 pages, which we are not going to go through, but I just wanted to show you this as a reference. Hopefully you don't end up on there anywhere. That is the goal anyway, correct? But this is the CMS CLIA registry, but you can see there's a bunch of other pages on the left-hand side that will take you to other resources. Now, if we click this link right here, it's going to take us to the certification and oversight reports, the QCOR, and I already have the tab open. You can see in this upper left-hand corner that it is the quality certification and oversight reports. This is what's going to help us look for different CLIA laboratories. This comes in really handy for me when I'm trying to work with a client to see if their CLIA has been approved or if it expired or something like that. You can see down below that you can search by a facility name or partial name. It's only going to give you active CLIA labs, even if it's a waiver. So if yours has expired or there's been some type of issue, if you search for it and it doesn't come up, then chances are there's a really good possibility it needs to be renewed, or you are on that last page, hopefully not, that you no longer have the ability to function as a lab. You can search by the facility name or partial name, or there's a big or here. You can put in the CLIA number if you know it, or you can put in the CLIA lab director as listed on the CLIA or CLIA waiver if you know it. You can search by city and state or the zip code, and if it's international, you can check this box. You can also select if you want to look at all certification types or you want to look at compliance, a waiver. This would be your CLIA waiver, right? Certification of waiver for CLIA, accreditation, and microscopy, the PPMP. This is very helpful, again, if you're having issues with your CLIA number, to see if it's correct in your billing system, it's correct on your certificate versus what's in here versus what you're billing out on your claims when you're billing CLIA waived tests specifically, or if you're a certified compliant full lab that you're using the correct information on claims as well. Again, this comes in very handy. I had a client who we were getting a bunch of rejections from UHC from the clearinghouse saying that they couldn't find the CLIA. And I came on here and I put in their CLIA number and it couldn't find it. But a month prior, I was on here looking it up and I could find it. I told the clinic manager about it and she realized it had expired and they needed to renew it. And then we were able to hold on to those claims and resubmit after the CLIA waiver was renewed. But again, this is a great resource to use. If you're not aware of it, I am going to put a link of this and the CMS registry pages for CLIA in the description of the video for your reference. Please make sure you go to the description of the video, click on the links, and bookmark them because they are very good to have. Even if you don't use them very often, it's nice to have it available when you do. If you have any questions or comments about this, please leave that in the comments below. Smash the thumbs up button if today's video was helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And please share this with your colleagues, your staff, whomever you feel would benefit from the information. I appreciate the support and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.